Hi everybody. So we are here. It is Wednesday, April 22nd. It's Earth Day, and not just any Earth Day, but the 50th anniversary of Earth Day. So happy Earth Day. We hope you're finding ways to celebrate, getting outside or practicing conservation with your families. It's very windy and chilly where we are. We actually woke up to snow this morning. We are in New England, so I guess that's to be expected. So today, in honor of Earth Day, we are continuing with our friends. Peaceful Play-Doh, our little Zen friends.
No, it's the peaceful. It's the marvelous peaceful Play-Doh.
That's right. Thanks, Cal. So Kyle and I are here with two colors of Play-Doh from our batch that we made earlier this week that we shared with you.
Mine smells like lemongrass.
And mine smells like citrus grapefruit. So, Kala has lemongrass, I have grapefruit, and we are going to use our Play-Doh today to do nature pressings, or you could call them nature fossils.
And I have yellow. You know I like pink.
You can use pink if you want.
No.
Okay. So we have a handful of things in our basket that we use to collect items outside in, and I also have some shells that we've collected over time, and we're going to use some of these items to press shapes into our Play-Doh. So I'm going to show you a few things that we've collected so that you can have an idea of what would work.
I'm going to roll mine out so I can do more and more.
I found some rocks that are cool shapes on different sides that I thought would make some cool pressings, different size rocks as well, different textures. This one has a really cool texture. I can't wait to see what that does when we make a pressing of it. We have some pine cones. They have a really unique, beautiful texture, so that's going to be wonderful. I found different types of bark outside on the ground. Birch bark. This one is from our oak tree. We're going to put that in our tray here. We found some leaves. They're from last season, so they're a little fragile. I'm not sure how they'll press, but we will try it. A little bit of branch of pine needles. We don't have that many conifers in our yard, so when we come across pine needles and pine cones, we tend to collect them. Another piece of bark that we've found. We've been collecting acorn caps and acorns a lot this year and using them in all sorts of plays, so those are going in our tray. Hang on a minute, Kala. We have some old stalks from our sunflowers from last year and a few sticks from trees in our backyard. And then I'm just going to put a few shells out. If you have shells, they make fantastic pressings and fossils.
Oh, I like.
Yeah, those are going to be really cool. Let's see what else we have.
These are my favorite kind of cells. Hamster cells. They have pearls inside of them.
I'll put a few
And I
of
just
those
love
out.
them. You know why?
Ooh,
I
that
like
would be
this,
fascinating.
Mama. I like this one because
You
there's
like
a
that
little
one?
purple with pink on it.
It's even the colors that you love. You just can't believe it.
Wait, is there somebody color on
All
this
right,
cell?
so we have a wonderful tray of natural materials that we've collected.
Mama,
If you are not able to find a lot of natural materials, that's okay. You can use basic natural materials like sticks and rocks that are a little more common in so many different ways, and we'll show you some today. So what we're going to do is take our Play-Doh, and I'm going to break it into, depending on the size of your Play-Doh, 6 or 8 smaller pieces that you can roll into balls. Oh, it smells so good. I'm so glad we added essential oil to our Play-Doh. It's lovely. All right, so there's one. They don't have to be exactly the same size, but generally big enough so that when you flatten them, they might make a 2 or 3 inch rounds. You can kind of eyeball it and play around with it. There's no wrong way to do this. You could also just make one big flat pancake. We do have a wooden roller. We could use that. We use one of our pieces of cutlery to cut our Play-Doh sometimes. So you could do that as well if you wanted to make one big flat piece. I hear a Quinn.
It's her nap time, even though she
Hi,
can't.
you can come down with us. We're doing Play-Doh. Oh,
Oh, naked baby!
did you go to the bathroom? potty training right now. Yeah? You
Oh,
want a
it's
piece
a
of
naked
Play-Doh?
baby.
All right, so I made my larger piece of Play-Doh into 8 pieces. Here, let me get this out of your way. Okay, cool. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a piece of Play-Doh, I'm going to roll it on the table, and then flatten it with my palm. Ooh, look at that. So I have a nice flat piece of Play-Doh. And now I'm going to choose one of my natural materials to press into my Play-Doh round. So which one should I use? What do you think, Cal?
Cells.
A shell? Oh, I want to use that rock that I was curious about before that had this really cool texture on it. If you look closely, it's shiny as well. All right, so I'm going to press it right in and then pull it right off gently and see. Oh, it's a little tricky for you to see, I think. But not only does it have this really cool bumpy, rough texture, it's in the shape of a heart. Perfect for Earth Day. So I'm going to set at the top of my table my Play-Doh rounds, and I'm going to put my rock above it so I remember what made that cool texture. Now I'm going to do another one. And we're just experimenting, and we're seeing what kind of shapes, what kind of textures. And remember, texture is the way something looks or feels. So when I feel this pine cone, it feels rough and bumpy. And when I roll the pine cone into the dough, I can see the rough and bumpy texture of it, the shapes that it makes. Look at that. So cool. So I'm going to set that up at the top of my table, and we're going to try another one. Kyla, have you gotten to try any yet?
No, I'm still making my balls.
Okay.
Quinn, stop.
It's okay. She can use the shells if she wants, Cal. I had given her a piece of Play-Doh to use. Oh, Quinn pressed an acorn cap. Can I show that?
Yeah.
Okay. That's Quinn's acorn cap. It made a perfect circle. Isn't that cool? That
It looks
nature
like
can
an
make these
earth.
such perfect shapes. It looks like the shape of the earth. Just can't get any better than that. Okay, I'm going to try pressing. I found this cute little leaf that I want to try. And then we'll maybe show some of Cala's. Oh, there it is. Maple leaf. It's pretty dry, so I don't know how it's going to work. I actually think what I'm going to do is use the wooden roller that I showed you before and really gently roll over my dough and my leaf. And I'll show you. It flattens the leaf right into my dough, and then I can really carefully peel it off. Oh, again, this may be hard to see, but we'll hold it up. You can see it. You can see the shape and all the veins of the leaf right in your Play-Doh. Look at those fossils. So cool. Do you want to try one, Cala, before we sign off for today? You want to try one of your shells that you were so excited about?
Almost done.
Okay, you do your thing. I'm going to do one more while Cala gets ready because I know she was really excited to show you how those shells print.
Ooh, look at this cell.
It's beautiful. So fun. Pinkish, huh? Okay, Cala's pressing her dough into a round. Let's see. What did it do?
Made a cell.
It made a shell shape. Look at the shape of that shell. These are so fun. I'm going to peel mine off. I just did some bark. Oh! I think we're taking some bark with the pressing. Well, that's why it's an experiment, right? You don't know what's going to happen. But it looks pretty cool. All right, we have all sorts of pressings. We hope you guys enjoyed our nature pressing video, our nature stamping, or nature fossils. You can call it any of those things. And we would love to see what items you find in nature and what shapes they create, what textures they create in your Play-Doh. Have a great Earth Day, everybody. And I was going to show you one more shell before we take a break.
There's 2 cells on it. See, I did 2 cell stamps.
Wow, look at those stamps. So awesome. Thanks for joining us, guys. Have a great day.